What's up, everybody? Today is a very special day. I am starting Maverick in ISR, Infant Swim Resource or Infant Swim Rescue. I've been very anxious about it because he's 8 months this week. Since I have been talking about it since our tragedy with River, I've been saying all along that I have to put Maverick in ISR as soon as he's available. So I have the pleasure of meeting Joanne Barnett, who basically founded ISR. She's now the CEO. She runs all of their stuff. She has graciously offered to come and teach Maverick for me. So she is coming here along with Nicole Hughes, Nicole Hughes lost her son Levi a year before we lost River, and she was one of the first moms to reach out to me. She's so sweet. She was one of the first moms to reach out to me and just has been encouraging me for the last 3 years. So this is 3 years of buildup that we've talked on the phone and we've FaceTimed and we've talked on social media, and today we're gonna meet for the first time. So it's super exciting. She's traveling from Tennessee to Texas with all of her kids, and I'm just so thankful that she's here, and we are gonna do his first lesson today. I don't know quite what that's gonna entail, but we are gonna package together and take you guys along on this journey through the whole time. He's gonna have 2 lessons a day for 10 minutes a day over a 2-week period. So we're filming that all. You guys might not see it all right now, but we're filming it all to put together, to package together for you guys so you guys can see the full video of Maverick going through ISR. So I know it's gonna be a little emotional today probably. I'm already a little bit emotional just from being able to meet Nicole and have Joanne come here and give of her time. But it's also gonna be hard just to see Maverick go through this process because it's something that we didn't know about for River. And just breaks my heart that we didn't know it. But going forward, it's been my mission just to share this, and I just pray that it can save someone else. And I just pray that you guys all get something out of this, and if you have children or grandchildren or have friends, that our goal is for you guys to trust this process, to trust ISR, maybe become an ISR instructor, because we need more instructors. And then the River Kelly Fund helps out with funding ISR because it is a little bit expensive, and so they offer swim scholarships for people. So anyway, all that to say, it's gonna be an exciting day today, an emotional day today. So here we go.
When the little things mean everything, that's when you got everything you need. If you're anything like me.
What's more important to you, good quality audio or good quality video?
Visual, because we're getting audio.
Okay, but
So
I'll
this-
stay about this length.
Yes, so you don't have to-
I would be like this.
No, yeah.
I think that the sound of that mic is gonna play a lot better in this segment. This will sound great, but that will sound like radio
Yeah.
or podcast.
Yeah. It's after midnight. I'm Granger Smith. Your night just got a little bit better.
Okay. After midnight with Granger Smith here, let's have a good night.
After midnight, Granger Smith here. Let's have a good night.
And maybe put an emphasis on night next time.
After midnight, Granger Smith here. Let's have a good night.
Yes.
So we are here shooting content for After Midnight radio show. This is Hosea.
Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese came in here to direct it. We've got a crew. Yeah, big time.
It was a test. We were trying out to see how many people we could fit into the studio.
Did we pass?
I think so.
Okay. You need me?
We need you to sit in.
Okay, all right, I'm out.
And I'm just glad that I can be a part of it and bring a new energy and really connect with those late night listeners.
It's an honor to be the host of After Midnight, such a legendary radio show, one of the most popular radio shows in all of country music. And I hope that I could come in and bring a new spin to it and have fun with this group of people. I feel like if anyone advertises with us, I have a very special connection with these listeners. They feel like they can trust me. And even off air, I feel like I could give them the information in an authentic way that they believe. And through that, the advertiser's gonna get results.
Guys, we're gonna make a little Easter treat. I know by the time you guys watch this, Easter will be over, but we're gonna make little nests out of Rice Krispie treats So you can just make the Rice Krispie treats, fold it into a little nest, put little shavings of coconut in there, and then add little eggs on top. You can do it sometimes with M&Ms and it looks really pretty because they're different colors, but I forgot to get M&Ms, so I got these little Ferrero chocolate eggs, so we're gonna make them.
And Sissy wants to eat one and it's not even, so I'm eating one so it's even.
Okay, so let's start making let's add the butter, which I already had this hot, so we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of butter, about.
Anything in it?
And you're gonna add a whole 10-ounce bag of your jet puffed marshmallows. Okay, so we're adding in our jet puffed marshmallows.
I want to do it.
Sissy is gonna add in our 6 cups of Rice Krispies.
Can I sit on the counter?
Wait. I gotta melt the
Oh, sorry.
marshmallows first. I'm gonna melt that all together.
Don't do it.
We accidentally poured in 1 cup already, but it's okay. So that's 2.
Do I sit on the counter?
Stir. Stir, Lincoln. Stir.
3, 4. It's getting heavy. 5. Oh my gosh, how much do you need? 6. There.
Okay, so we'll get that all together and then we will make our nest. When you're ready, you can pour it in here.
I want some. It's hot, right? That's good. Where's all that stuff?
Just
Is that stuff good to eat?
butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
that's.
Then you're just gonna mold it into a little shaped nest. So these kids gave up YouTube for Lent, and it's funny because we actually have a YouTube channel, so they haven't been able to watch any Smiths, but they've done great. They haven't watched one YouTube thing unless it was at school for learning,
Yeah.
but they did great. I'm proud of you guys. I'm gonna add in a little coconut to mine. I'm gonna do little eggs. There is our little Easter craft.
Can I eat it?
Yes, and I can't have that because I gave up sugar
All right.
for Lent.
Oh.
Anyway, happy late Easter
Yeah.
Resurrection Sunday. Jesus is risen.
Something really cool came in the mail today to the Yee farm, and I want to open it live on the Smiths, pre-recorded on the Smiths. Pretty awesome. So this is crazy. This is the Country Boy song is certified gold. It's not my first gold record or my first gold plaque, but the thing that's interesting about this one is that when we wrote this song, which was me, Tyler, Chris, and our friend Matt, it was literally just for fun. Us one night, just having fun and writing a funny song. It was never intended to be a radio song. It was never intended to be on an album. It was never intended to be played live. It was like the whole purpose was, let's write just a funny song and maybe we'll release it for this guy, Earl Dibbles, who was a new character. And then what this plaque represents is the fact that people latched onto it and made it a soundtrack to their Friday night, Saturday night, and people not just in the South, really not just in the country, but people all over, either latched onto it because it was a funny parody or because it became a soundtrack to their life. And that's the reason it went gold. And then what it represents too is the fact that because of this gold record, what happened in my career after that with Dirt Road Driveway, the album, and then everything kind of snowballed from that. So,
Comment below if we should write Country Boy Song Part 2.
Part 2. That's awesome.
If you want to see it without the plastic. So another cool thing about this that people might not know is, so we have Happens Like That is gold, Backroad is gold,
Backroad's platinum.
Backroad's also platinum. But with this one, it's very rare because it wasn't pushed by a record label, which means it wasn't on your radio stations, etc. This is just all because of you guys, the fans, texting it to a friend and it going viral. So there's not many of them in existence by music artists that do this without the help of a major label, so that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So you must be Maverick and Amber.
Yes.
Nice to meet you finally. This is Maverick's first day, and if you want to just hand him over, I'll talk you through the lessons. And I'd love it for you to sit right here too. and that way you can feel free to ask questions and I'll sort of explain how it's all going to work.
Okay.
First, I just wanted to get used to me a little bit. I don't want him to just be handed over and then the next thing you do, you're having to do your floating, right?
Who's that?
So he hasn't been in the water before, in a pool or anything,
Nope,
so
just
this is
baths.
all new to him?
Yes. Okay.
So one of the important things about the ISR program is initial presentation in the water is getting the baby to start to learn about the buoyancy of the water, as opposed to thinking somebody's always going to be holding him and he's going to have some flotation device. Flotation devices and adults holding him have very little to do with information about what you really need to do in the water. So those types of things are like trying to teach a child to walk by physically moving his legs.
Yeah.
So children this age are wired to learn by just engaging the environment, just like they figure out how to walk on their own. They would also figure out how to swim, but they just run out of time. So what we're going to do today is start to give him some realistic information about the water. Notice how my hands are nice and light on him, and I'm just letting him feel the water. And I'm letting him see, by a very light touch, just how his body feels in the water. Now right there, he just let his legs float up. That's telling us that he's starting to experiment with the buoyancy of water. So that's the first couple presentations. It's all it's going to be. See? There you go. And already see how much of him is in the water? I don't want him to learn to trust a person. I want him to trust the water in himself once he knows how to handle it. There you go. Very nice. There you go. Very good. Very good. And you see I'm picking him up over and over and over again? Because I also want him to learn that if you just relax on the water, and you can breathe, and then somebody will get you.
Yeah. But I just noticed him probably swallowing a lot of water.
So the goal is to teach breath control.
Right.
But in the first lesson, since it's short, we're gonna let him just sort of try. Like he's never gonna be under long enough to take in too much water.
Yeah.
The goal is definitely breath control. If he would have swallowed water, he would also spit it up.
Right.
So, but we can tell by bubbles trapped in his nose. And if he's face down and I see bubbles coming out, then I'll know. And if he isn't utilizing proper breath control, there's a technique to go back and teach that.
Okay.
So he's not going to be underwater drinking by any stretch of the imagination. If he wasn't closing his mouth properly, and you're not going to see it on his back because he's just trying to learn and figure, but when he's face down, if he's drinking, I can hear it, and we just don't allow it. We just take a completely different path.
So we are at London's horseback riding lesson right now. Maverick just had his second ISR lesson, and guys, I know that was hard to watch. If you could only imagine coming from me who's been through a trauma of losing a child to a drowning, I know that was so hard to watch. That was very hard for me to watch. And I know it can seem like Maverick is hurting and we are traumatizing him, but we are teaching him a skill that he needs, and ISR works, and they have done over 8 million lessons, and not one child has been hurt from those lessons, and he is in the best hands. She's the co-founder of ISR. She knows what she's doing, and she has been trying to teach this to people for 40 years. She's been doing this for 40 years, trying to get pediatricians to listen and parents to listen, and by the end of this, I just got chills. By the end of this, we're gonna package this together, and you're gonna see him hopefully go from crying to smiling. But guys, even if he's still crying at the very last episode or the very last lesson, that's what you want. You want a baby to be able to cry in the water. You want them to be able to find the air and cry so you can hear them. I would have given anything to be able to hear River cry. And we didn't give River this skill. So just bear with us. I know it's hard to watch, guys, but it's a good process, and he's good. He was smiling after his lesson today and laughing at horseback riding today. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I know it's hard to watch, but just trust the process, okay? Do you have anything else to say? Can you say bye? Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you just for following along on our journey and supporting us through this and trusting us. And I just want to get the knowledge out for other people that we didn't know. We didn't know that ISR was available. She's been doing it for 40 years, and I just heard of it in 2019. So stay with us, and I'm just hoping that this video all packaged together, you guys are going to be really, it's really going to be really helpful and really healing for people. So
thank you guys for watching. We will see you next episode.